I want to click my heels 3 times and end up where I need to be because the band on my pants was squeezing. Get the TSA, sis. Hey, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Aurelia Michael Holmgren, Broadway chick, bodybuilding babe, Bronx girly, and now a baby mama. And this page is about more than just babies, though we love them. It's about becoming while not forgetting who you've been along the journey. And today we are talking about traveling alone while pregnant. So I initially thought when I get pregnant, I'm not going anywhere. I'm rooted. But the Black Women on Broadway organization invited me to their brunch. And since I was a part of a Broadway show this season, your girl had to go. So we were going from LA to New York, coming home for 3 days, and then heading out to Minneapolis, which is where I am right now. So I wanted to share with y'all 5 do's and 5 don'ts when traveling alone while pregnant. Now, I travel a lot, even though I'm gonna be real with y'all. I don't really like traveling. I want to click my heels 3 times and end up where I need to be. But the people I love traveling. So I go where they go. And if the money is right, I'm going to travel. So I have been pretty well equipped over the years with housing, with gyms, supermarket, all those things. So I'm going to go over 5 do's and don'ts that I learned on my trip to New York during my first trimester. Okay, let's start with a do. Number 1, get the TSA, sis. Get the TSA. If you don't have this by now, I don't know how you are surviving and thriving in an airport. The simplicity of not having to take off my shoes, not having to take off my coat, 9 times out of 10 being able to get through faster is not that expensive. I'll even drop a link in the description where you can get the information. I think I took a picture, went to Staples, gave them the picture, and within 6 weeks, I ended up with my TSA. It's simple. It is simple. If you out here with your passport and you out here living and doing your thing, get your global entry or get your TSA. I saw some pregnant women in line stressed, sweating, and it ain't that expensive either. I'll put the price right there. Times be changing because, inflation. Number 2, when you're on the plane, get up, moving, and allow your blood to circulate. Baby, these ankles were choking. My socks were squeezing. My blood was boiling, but I was sitting in a window seat because normally I like to do red eyes in early morning so I can get in and out, so I can sleep on the plane. None of those things happened. I needed to pee. I had to keep getting up. So I'm glad that I got up because I was able to let the blood flow, but I really should have taken an aisle seat. I suggest an aisle seat unless you know you're going to be so exhausted you will be knocked out. Go ahead and do that and make sure you're getting up. Make sure you're staying hydrated when you're on the plane. That was really big when I was bodybuilding, was like, if we're going to be on a plane, I need you to hydrate during the entire trip. But as we're getting more and more pregnant, you need more and more water and you need to go to the bathroom more and more. And number 3 goes hand in hand. Wear comfortable clothes because the band on my pants was squeezing. My shoes were squeezing. I wore some like little moccasins because I was like, oh, this is going to be cute. I took my heels out just for the trip. I didn't take my whole foot out. That's nasty. I could not get my heels back in the shoes. So make sure you're wearing comfortable clothes and comfortable shoes. Ask for help. This is not the season to play Superwoman, Wonder Woman. Ask for help. I made the mistake. I currently have a tendonitis in my wrist that you get after you have a baby. I had it before I was even pregnant. And what did I think was a good idea? Was to chuck my suitcase over my head, and I twisted my wrist and it hurt so bad. Don't be afraid to ask for help, even if you don't need it. Just start getting in the habit, because sometimes, especially if you live in somewhere like New York City, they don't care if you got a belly. They're going to treat you like everybody else. So when you need that assistance, ask for it. And number 5, pray before you take off. I don't care who you pray to, what you pray to, how you pray to it. But these days, life is so fragile and things can change in an instant. And so I do not take for granted the moment that we get up in that air. And I definitely don't take for granted the moment we get down. So make sure that you are prayed up and ready to go. Oh, and 6, make sure you have your playlist ready. Make sure if you're going to listen to a podcast that you have it downloaded before the plane takes off. Don't try to use the internet once you're sitting on the plane because it's trash.com. Make sure you have whatever you need before you get on. Make sure you have the proper headphones before you get on the flight. You want to be as comfortable as possible, whatever your routine is. And if you don't have it, create a ritual. I always make sure when I get there, I get my mint tea. I get my wrap from Starbucks. I sit in a corner. I play music. I have my playlist ready. I have my podcast ready. I have work ready, whatever I need to do when I'm on the plane. I just make sure, even if I don't end up doing those things, that I have a ritual set so that I can have a successful beginning to my trip. Because we all know the beginning of the trip can surely determine how the rest of it goes. All right, real quick, let's cover our 5 don'ts. One of them I kind of mentioned, do not take your shoes off. I repeat, do not take your shoes off. First of all, you shouldn't be taking your shoes off anyway, but don't even take the heel out because your feet will swell, the ankles will swell. And if you can't, I could not get my feet back in with my socks, without my socks. It was stressful. And I was walking with my little toe crunch going on. So make sure that when you're about to travel, you are comfortable. Don't skimp on the seats. I think my days of economy, I'm not saying I'm gonna go first class on them, but maybe like business or extra leg room, I just felt cramped. My butt started to hurt, and I got a lot of junk in the trunk. Okay, God has blessed me, but they were hurting. Sitting for that many hours was really, and I was trying to lean on the one cheek, lean on the other cheek, lean on the wall, and nothing was working. So pay that little extra $18, that little extra $34, get your leg room. Sometimes you may find that you get the whole row because people don't want to pay for it. So add that into your investments. Invest in yourself. Don't just start buying a bunch of baby stuff before you're making sure that you have everything that you need to be comfortable. Is that the word of the day? Comfortable. Absolutely. Don't eat anything before the plane that can give you the bubbly guts. Luckily, I did not do this, but dairy, if you know you've got a bit of an intolerance or anything that you're like, this can go right through me, be careful, especially because you know our muscles are starting to relax on purpose. So you don't want to be asleep and all of a sudden, and you blowing it up, because there's nothing worse than when somebody in front of me farts and they act like they ain't do it. And I'm looking through the crack like, I know you smell that because it came out the front before it came through the back. Don't be that person. Do not overpack your bags. Do as I say, not as I always do. Because you never know. You're going to end up being your own bellboy and concierge and having to, especially if you're going to somewhere like New York, which is where I was going, and you've got to like push through the mean streets. That kind of stuff gives me anxiety. Really pack efficiently. If you really need something and you don't have it, more than likely you can buy it where you are. But if you try to fit everything and the kitchen sink in, you may find that when you need to move and groove and get where you need to go, you might have the wheel bust or anything can happen. Start packing more efficiently during your pregnancy versus just trying to make sure you have a plethora of things. I used to do image consulting. I went to school for it, and we were really big on creating capsules, creating several looks just from 2 shirts, 3 jackets, 4 pair of pants, 2 pair of shoes. So start thinking more in capsules. Start putting your looks together before you go. That way you know you have enough clothes plus 1 or 2 for that event or for whatever you're going to. Last but not least, do not hang in big crowds for too long. Now, clearly, I went to the Black Women on Broadway brunch, so I was with 225 women, but it was so worth it. But you want to be careful because people are sick. Things are still going around. And although everybody's having a good time, you have no idea who's sneezing, coughing, who's been going through it before they walked in the door. Especially when you're traveling, I would suggest wearing a mask. And a lot of this is like, okay, Aurelia, now that you're telling them, you need to do it yourself. Wear your mask on the plane. Even today, my friend had some of my water and she put her lips to that water bottle. I said, girl, it's all yours. Don't you even worry about it, because we have to be extra sensitive. Our bodies are so easily targeted. Our immune systems are so easily targeted that we have to be extra sure. And the only thing you can take is Tylenol, which we all know does not really work. So make sure that you are taking care of your body, your mind, your spirit. This is even before you get to the trip. Getting to the trip, I know y'all got that, but this is all before you even get there. Thank y'all so much for rocking with me. I hope this helps you on your travels. I'm currently traveling in my 2nd trimester and I'm still learning a lot. But if you have some tips, tricks, advice, things I didn't even think of, like, yes, sis, do that. Or you're like, well, once you have a baby and you bring the baby on the plane, you need to do this, this, and that. Drop it in the comments. Educate your sister. Educate our community. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. You got to like, comment, share, subscribe. Don't make your girl beg. And don't forget, age does not determine your timeline. you do.